I did, kind of my gift to the residents, is I took a snowblower and I carved these paths out. So we got one so far. Two. Three. There's four. Number 5 is right here. Yep. Number 5. Now I'll lead right to the dog park, and I cut a big square around the dog park too. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I offered to stick around to plow until noon tomorrow. Today was my last day, but I'm just a little nervous for like the residents, and this snowstorm has lasted several days on and off, and it's supposed to end here after the weekend. And I know tomorrow's just Friday, so it's the beginning of the weekend, and Saturday is the actual day I'm moving out. I wanted to have all of tomorrow to work towards packing and shit, and I wanted to get my apartment as paint prepped as possible. Jasmine, when she was a puppy, she liked to chew on like the windowsills and the banister for the stairs. So I wanted to make sure to get that patched nicely, or use some wood filler and kind of sculpt it back to where it needs to be. But I don't care. They can have my fucking deposit. And also, like, I don't know, I'm gonna miss snow plowing, and I'm trying to rack up as many hours as I possibly can before I leave. I'm up to 49 hours right now, so I'm planning on going out around probably 4 a.m. to start plowing, and then get done at noon. So what does that give me? I'm too tired to math, to be honest with you. That would be what, 8 hours right there. Yeah, 8 hours. But yeah, I was talking to the service manager about it, and I've received so many like cards and gifts from the residents in the last couple of weeks that I feel obligated to help as much with the snow removal as I can before I leave. And like I mentioned, I do really love it at its core. Just nothing like jamming out to my music while I'm flying around in a plow truck. This doesn't have power steering. It malfunctioned like a week ago, and I'm thinking the power steering line has to be ruptured somewhere, because service manager added more power steering fluid to it, and it worked for a couple of minutes, and then no power steering again. And I've gotten really good at adapting to the no power steering while I'm plowing, because basically every time I want to turn, I have to be accelerating, and the more I'm accelerating, the easier it is to turn. So, you know, if I want to turn in one direction that's sort of tight, I can, if I commit to it and hit the gas, I can make the turn. I just got to make sure that I'm not doing any of this with already having momentum, or I'm zooming and losing control. So it's really if the truck is like stationary or going really slow, when I can accelerate while turning to make the turns. And then yeah, it's just been interesting, fun to learn. But I can't wait to move. It's almost time. Like I mentioned, I wanted to have all of tomorrow to get everything as done as possible, but I'm like basically done now, you know. I really just have to round up any trash or things I'm getting rid of and load them in the truck to take the dumpster. And then other than that, it's really just, you know, the apartment itself. All my stuff will be out of there, but I'll want to go through and patch any holes in the walls, and like there's some spots I'm gonna want to clean a little bit. I think I have a can of primer laying around, in which case I can use that underneath the cabinets and inside the drawers, because that's typically what we do in between turns when people move out of apartments, is give a quick cleaning to the bottoms of cabinets and drawers and then hit them with primer to bring them back to their default white color. I wish we had used something like glossy on them. It would have made them easier to clean, and instead of like just painting them with primer every time, we could have had something nice that water doesn't stick to and can just slide right off, make it really easy to clean them. But I went to Wegmans. I took a bunch of videos in there that will be featured before this video, since chronologically in time that occurred before this video. But I love Wegmans. It's too expensive, but I love looking around at the products. They always have so much interesting shit there that I've never seen or tried before. And oh my gosh, I saw in the canned fish aisle, they had like a canned salmon mixed with lauganma, which is a chili oil topping. That stuff is so good. I almost bought a jar of normal lauganma. I thought it might have gone good with my spicy ass noodles, but I'm trying to save a little bit of money since I'm moving, and don't want to be too extra right now. But yeah, I can't wait to get a new job out in Geneva. I think to celebrate my first paycheck, I'm probably gonna get stuff to make some bacon, egg, and cheese bagels, because I'm gonna miss that's one thing I love about my snow. Holy shit, that's blue. That's one thing I'm gonna miss about this snow plowing gig, is I love going to the local gas station where I gas up the truck, and there's a Dunkin' Donuts attached, and I'd love to get bacon, egg, and cheese bagels. They're surprisingly cheap. I love Dunkin' Donuts. I'm not too crazy about donuts themselves, like maybe once in a while with a coffee, but overall, no, I'd rather just get like a frozen coffee and a hot sandwich. But I'm gonna go home and get some of my own work done, and make my spicy noodles, and take Jasmine for a walk, have a nice smoke, then sleep for a few hours till it's time to get in the truck again and plow the property one last time. I don't know why it's so hard for me to leave this place, but I don't know. I just want to keep on plowing. All right, later. One of my best friends, Nora, turned me onto this spicy chili crisp, the lauganma. And I think Sherry got me into sriracha as well as garlic chili sauce. Another thing Nora introduced me to is Havarti cheese. And specifically my favorite is the aged Havarti. Oh, it actually says it right on there. It's got a bold, creamy caramel flavor and a crunchy crystalline structure or texture. That crystalline texture is important because it gives it almost like a sweet, nutty flavor, like the caramel flavor they mentioned. And you don't really have that in the Havartis that aren't aged. They taste a little bit more saltier, while the aged Havarti tastes a little sweeter. It's really good. So I remember my first paycheck 6 years ago. I came to Wegmans and I just like bought tons, like $100 worth of fancy cheeses because I always wanted to try out the fancy cheeses at Wegmans. I remember I got a Manchego, some sort of smoked Gouda, that caramel cheese, and then some sort of brie. It might have been a either a medium brie, a mild brie, or that's right, I got a medium brie and a thing of triple cream, which is a very, very, very mild brie-like cheese. But I don't want to spend a lot of money on cheese anymore. So these are all absolutely delicious, but they're huff and glue if they think you'll pay $7 for 10 ounces of cream cheese spread. It is delicious though. One time they actually carried a leek flavored cheese spread that was really, really, really good. But that was back when it was like $3.50 for a container. $7, they're out of their minds. These horn melons or Kiwano melons are really good. Really expensive, so I don't get them hardly ever, but they're good. They're very strange. When you slice one open, the fruit is almost got the consistency of like Jello, and there's all these very, very soft flesh-covered seeds, and it has the consistency of gelatin and also kind of tastes like gelatin. They're really good. I'm really gonna miss the Webster, New York Wegmans because they have lion's mane mushroom. None of these are looking all that great right now, but it's really good for your brain. Then they got maitake, some oyster mushrooms, and of course all your boring ones. But yeah, check these out. They're beautiful. Here's Drewby's favorite. Man, I wish they carried the Bulldog 3X Spicy so I could ascend to heaven.